Well, to be honest, it's as you said, it's going to be a lot of defaulting on T side. You definitely do have. It's just you can do a really methodical play, methodical move on this map that you can first either try gaining second mid control. Either you can just. There are a lot of ways these team can go, right? You can go for a second mid control to apps. Either you can anchor towards a pan towards B side and go towards
Yeah.
banana. But yeah, it just really depends on what the team is aiming for and what they're the kind of read that they're getting from the other team. So yeah, we're just really gonna see. It's probably gonna be. I don't really expect a lot of teams that are going to be on the T side, maybe a few rounds, but for the most part, as you said, it's going to be a lot of defaulting. And as we can see, I think the first round already has been played through, and we are seeing that Teiko has is the winner of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is very interesting to see why they lost it. We also have a little bit of a pause here coming on up. But at the end of the day, it is going to come down to how InputKids answers to that lost pistol, as we have a decent force round here. Now, I am seeing a Swag 7. And I don't know how you like the Mag 7 on this map, but unless that guy is booked up in apartment, we might not see the best kind of value from it. Now, there is another option. You could play sandbags over in
Yep.
banana and see what happens here. But to be honest, I'm really going to be keeping my eye on Phrase here. But also, shout outs to our, dang, look at our observer go. Shout outs to the prod team behind the scenes here at the Plausible production. Let's hope that we can see more of these wonderful POVs, more of this wonderful gameplay, and hopefully it's going to be closer than last.
Well, Phrase is going to be inside apps. Playing Boiler. Should be able to see Scrapple soon enough, but yeah, first shot from the Swag 7, as you said, has been fired. They are wary of it. I don't think they're going to be coming near to him anymore. Teiko, completely leaving mid and second mid are now panning towards a B side. It should be really an easy take, because hey, InputKids were pretty much gambling it out on A side, and there's only one guy posted up on B, so it should be an easy clear for him. They were 38. Ready with the smoke, but the flash is going to be perfect. And yeah, there we go. The first kill is going to be there. Shin, already rotated, trying to get some bullets down on anyone, but that's all the damage that he's going to be able to do.
Yeah. Solid plant here. InputKids, I think, definitely has an advantage if they can manage to get some semblance of banana, but it's Inferno. And if you know Inferno, it means, oh, there's everybody alive on the CT or on the T side. We don't really have a good option here for retake. So even though they have to really, get their picks, I think they're genuinely going to be going for a save, even with their eco. And it might work when Frey Swag 7's a man in the face, and that's going to be a pretty solid pickup here. So let's hope that they can do it again. InputKids should be able to, find a few more frags here.
Well, they definitely are trying to do so, but yeah. Final Library Siren, in fact, is going to be taking down Phrase A, and that, well, was that Mag 7 dropped? Or did he just buy another?
Mag 7... No, he still has the same. Since they did go for a save and the bomb blew up, they don't really have too much of an economy diff, but they definitely didn't buy it. Looks like they are going to keep it. I think he did swap a pistol, might have picked up a deagle instead of a USPS. But I am going to be looking at Teiko, who managed to do a great job econ-wise. They maybe lost one or two, but they do have enough to buy some AKs, and unfortunately, InputKids is not joining them in that department.
A lot of pressure towards banana for sure, and yeah, that might be able to get these guys up towards banana, but they are still seeming pretty passive, not making many moves upon all of that utility. And interestingly, InputKids, 3 of them are now posted on towards B side, and well, it could work out for them if Teiko comes towards banana, but yeah, one pick found on towards A side, and the lurk continues. One of Teiko members.
Here we go. Teiko. Little firefight over near apartment and mid 2 as Siren is going to be able to get 2 holding it down here. And, oh, this is some great shots, but that is an execute there. InputKids went into that round without the best buys, and you really see what the difference in economy can do to a round, as it was a flawless 5 players living.
Definitely a flawless round by Teiko there, and as you saw, there were like a lot of util towards banana. take banana control, not commit to it instantly, send a few players, post up a few players towards second mid. And yeah, as I said, these teams are going to be going for a really step-by-step approach on this map. And yeah, that's all you should really be doing as well. Unless you're maybe on an eco, then you can just gamble a lot out on one side, maybe towards banana. But this time, as you can see, InputKids, after all the ecos that they've made, they do have their hands on some weapons, which they're going to be making perfect use of, and 2 picks have been placed on Teiko right away.
Here we go. Freeze. Wanting to set themselves up here. 2 picks like that opens up a lot of opportunities. The CTs can try to make more aggressive space, but they're not opting to do so. They know that they have advantage. They're going to just take it slow here, but InputKids, I'm hoping that they're not going to allow Teiko to get the drop on them, because it is going to be 2 players over towards banana versus 2, and a 2v2 definitely favors Teiko based on our gameplay we've witnessed so far and the weapons they're bringing to the tables. Those AKs can shred, but when they have a top and bot strat, they might be able to drop a few. However, Holler, it's now going to be 3 players going towards B. No one really rotating quite yet, but Teiko's default, they're not getting much info, but a nade just used, they might start inching closer and closer towards B.
Despite all that utility, it still hasn't warranted a rotator. Now it has, but still, it is going to be 3-on-3 side take. One of the guys on Teiko. They all have weapons, all have good health points, and there are the smokes. One guy's boosted up. He is going to be staying boosted up. I don't think he's dropping anytime soon. Waiting for the smoke to fade, perhaps. Davidson on site still. They haven't cleared new box. Prodigy's going to be the first one to clear it out, and is going to be being taken down. Top coming up from Coffin. He is smoked off though, so yeah, nothing for them to worry about just yet. Shen waiting it out. Frazee on the flank, but the last guy is just going to be burning down to the molly. Oh boy. They were able to take side, get the guy down in new box, but still not hold it down for long enough. And it's going to be the first round for InputKids on Inferno.
Nice. Real solid hit from InputKids. Nearly a flawless round there. Now, 4 players getting to to be flowing through their hands, but you look over at players like Hope, who still had quite a bit of cash remaining, means Teiko gets to buy again. But with them finally getting on the board, the way that Counter-Strike works, and we saw this last game, is 2 in a row means that the enemies throw. It's a lot of money in your favor, but Prodigy buying an op used up all of their balance left, so they're gonna have to find value here, or InputKids with that, AI prediction, 63%, they could turn this around real easy.
This time around, they're not letting Teiko get any sort of banana control, even though the utilities were there. Look at InputKids on how aggressive they are on the banana. 3 people just posted up real close. They might even be able to take deep banana control if you do use a smoke, and yes, they definitely will. Eagles Scrabble not in a good position to be in, because they are going to be receiving some utilities, and as I say that, Hope is going to be finding one towards apps. Shin has been taken down. Hope now making his way towards Boiler. Oh, whenever reacts just in time, but we have a pick on towards Banana as well. The Banana contention still going on. Davidson up really close, going to be finding one out, and Evil Scrabble making it a 1-for-1. So it's now a 2v2 between both of the teams, and that is their call to be as passive as possible, because it's just Davidson on B side and just one guy on towards A who might come banana, but yeah, there's still quite a while before he rotates.
And if there's no flash here, Davidson, he gets all of the advantage, the high ground position, but this is a very common angle. Probably going to be checked.
They don't check it!
But they flick it anyways! And with the smoke now fading, it's going to be an opening for Siren. Venero not able to keep up that aim, and that's Teiko stopping InputKids from an insane chance at recovery.
Oh boy, what a round. InputKids could have made a lot out of this, but hey, Davidson not being able to get those 2 picks, 2 really crucial picks. Maybe even if he got just one, that would have been, a little bit easier for Venero, but yeah, here we are, 1-4 and another timeout, and I think this is much needed for InputKids right now.
Yeah, much needed, and honestly, really solid here for Teiko yet again. Remember, in this best of 3, they have match point right now, so if they manage to take it on their map pick, T-sided, on the T side start, they should be able to do quite a bit of damage. And of course, as we have quite a lot on the line for this team, this is just day one. This is a 2-day event. We got a lot going on, and wanting to get to that best of 5 grand finals, you're going to have to swing out first in our best of 3. But as now, it's time to really showcase what they can do. A timeout called by InputKids suggests that they really need to figure out what's going wrong. And right now, I could tell you, their buy is all over the place. We got Venero with an MP9 and Shin with an op. Then we got Phrase joining in with a mid-range weapon, but it's just a whole lot of nothing. And they're forcing for it.
Yep, just MP9s, an op, and an M4. That's all they have going on for themselves on the other side. Teiko is just completely... They're just... Not really, they don't have a lot of cash in their pockets, but they really do have a good buy. All the AKs that they need, an op even, and all the utilities that they're going to be using in this round. So yeah, InputKids running on fumes right now, but they have to hold it out. And to be honest, it's kind of surprising that they're going for the force anyway. They might have some plan up their sleeve, but maybe not. We'll get to see that.
Ooh, util time. Time to default. Time to be Inferno, one of the slowest maps in the game, as now we see a very fast aggression over in Banana as MP9 runs up, and Prodigy living up to the name with a nice clean flick, and Phrase able to execute one, but Prodigy keeps it up with a double down wall bang this time, and Shin showing that not only the T side can get an op kill, leaving us now in a 3v3. B site left open, one smoke means a free site, but look at the flank coming up Banana here, Holler. This could be a real shot at InputKids
who's
crushing
holding them, Edu. There's the op. They know about it. They shouldn't really be peeking it without any utilities, but Prodigy, yep, definitely is going to be getting back to side, getting into safety. That's exactly what he needs to do, but now Artimon is going to be coming up close Banana with the AK. Never mind, he has gotten the call to play it passive as well. Coffin is in the hands of InputKids as they move inside from Banana. What is that? A little Scream cosplay coming in from Siren, while Prodigy gets a pick with his op as well. It's now 3v1, and Shin is going to be saving, holding on to his op, because that's all he can do right now. Might be able to get a few exits. Never mind, he's not even going to go for that. Oh boy, what a shot by Siren there.
Yeah, and now is the op going to be able to get one? Yeah, Shin getting that down. RT Mod bit off a little bit more than they could chew. They really don't want this player to be able to save that op, but unfortunately, they don't get a say in that anymore. However, they are up 4 rounds getting into round number 7 here, and this is where I know this game is going to get a little tough. But as we can see the picks and bans, I got to wonder, if you guys are currently watching on the Twitch, or watching on the Twitter, or watching on YouTube, give us your feedback as to where you think this game's going to go. Will we see InputKids turn it around, or will Teiko keep it up at the first half? Let's get it as we are getting on into another scuffed by, another swag 7 here, but this time in the hands of BK Woo.
Kivo definitely could make some use of that Swag 7, and it seems that they're gambling it out on B side, the only one guy on towards A, and if they do get this information that they might just have because of the utilities, they might be able to make something out of it. Shin, though, really risky. They're playing all alone on Arch and still managing to get a pick onto Teiko, and making it a 4v5 for these guys is huge, but he is still going to retreat towards Library to get himself into safety.
Let's see it. Getting yourself up. Again, we're going to be sticking to that default, sticking to a way for these players to really find themselves here. But at the end of the day, it's all about the angles. It's all about how they hold it. And seeing a Swag 7 in pretty much the most non-Swag 7'able angle is so funny to me.
That is a pretty wide, pretty long angle.
It's so interesting. Like, why that one? And now try to retake with the Swag 7. That's the problem. You have to hold a site real close or go for a flank, but we're not going to see something besides a flank from Davidson. And the USPS actually executes, but it's time for them to try to touch this point. Davidson, after getting the pick, doesn't go for the gun. Just has to now try to push in with his team, going the long way in this 5v3.
They're all inside. Only one guy is going to be playing pet. 3v5 situation created for these guys. Coming up from short as well. They're trying to pinch this out. Teiko might just be able to hold this one out as they move in from short. 3 people coming in. That nade is going to be doing a lot of damage, even taking one down. In fact, Hope is going to be now entering the fight from pit, is instantly traded out, but Teiko really doing a good job on getting the kills one by one that they need. That nade was huge. Hope coming into the fight, playing pit was huge. Yeah, 3v5 just like that. That's what I'm kind of liking this Teiko team, to be honest, as you.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking what we're seeing here. This is the kind of solid game plans, game plays that really are able to lock us in for some real great plays. But we have now a final full buy. InputKids took a couple rounds to get on the board with their economy, and they finally corrected it. And this could be the correction that they need. Hopefully, these rifles can find more. I mean, their flanks have been ideal, and now double mollying it up over by Banana. No swag 7 in an awful position.
No damage dealt, by the way. I mean, only very slightly. 8 HP shaved off one guy and 9 off one. So yeah, a lot of utils used. They should have banana control, but this time around, Teiko's just going to be committing towards A site really quick. Shin, though, does inside out, but the knobs along with Yunero. Yunero's going to be denying the plant right away. But never mind, it wasn't the planter. Bomb's still down. It was only one guy already mod.
Ooh, great molly. That's going to buy a lot of time for this team, and hopefully we can see the CT start to pincer around, but the op, it misses. Prodigy, unfortunately, not going to be able to get the first, but they're setting up and they want to re-hit, but the smoke, it's cutting off their team. It's all about working together and getting this timing, but look at Prodigy going aggressive.
Yeah, and he even gets the kill. That is such an aggressive angle for an op, but yeah, the fight just continues on site by kill after kill, and it's just going to be Hope remaining, who's going to be taken down as well. But do they have time? I don't think so.
Yeah, unfortunately, no time. So, great execution, but just enough for two of them to go down. And that's Teiko taking another one. And with their money, it's going to be able to really keep them afloat. Looks like, actually... Okay, Siren is being able to be a little bankroller here. Let's take a look at the total equipment value, be able to really turn this around. But with it being now 1-7 here, it's time to maybe see some crazy plays from Input. And if you guys see any crazy plays, we do have a $20 viewer competition. Clip your favorite moment and post it in the Plausible Gaming subreddit. The post with the most upvotes will win $20, and the winning team clip will win $20 as well. So check out the link in the description of the YouTube video, and of course, here we go. Nade.
Oh, he's not stopping.
Nice.
Good defensive
all
smoke.
round shots.
That is going to be Teiko's call to just go back. It's, hey, they got one, they lost one.
Nice, good flash. Taking their time here. Not the best buys. You still have that op previously saved, but I don't see it getting much value, as it is going to be a full-blown A rotate. Yunero, it's up to you. Mollied off, deagle in hand, gets a body shot. Oof, doesn't get it.
Just trying his best, but yeah, not really being able to land anything. Evil Scramble just clearing him out instantly and getting the side control. Once again, InputKid, 2 on the flank, 1 coming from the rotation from CT. Is he going to be? Yeah, he's just expecting someone to push up. But Teiko making no mistakes of the sort.
There we go. Ooh, nice molly. A little bit of a push, though. Davidson is going to get punished for it. Phrase opting to save. Welcome to Inferno. Another save for the CTs. It looks like we are going to have these players back it up just a little bit, but BK having to now take their time. Not sure if we're going to be seeing any frags here. Ooh. Hope has no idea. This could be a free pick.
No, Diop and MP9 is alive. Teiko lost 3 of them. Siren, though, died with a lot of money, so yeah, he should be able to buy himself and also maybe buy RT Mod and AK-47. Never mind. The utilities is going to be offsetting him a little bit. But hey, 128 Teiko having a really good start. Maybe even better than Train, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, better than Train for sure. I think it really is this map. It's their pick, and I think InputKids, this might be a permaban for them going into any other future events. But looking at this, we're still seeing them having enough to buy. I like the banana hold here, but A has been found to be the weak point, and they're just holding it down banana. Let's see what they can do as mid's getting slightly ajar, and Shin backing up.
That was a really aggressive play with Op. He just went out in mid. But yeah, forced back on towards side, and now they're just holding the smoke. Teiko posted up towards banana with only one guy holding flag. They might just be committing towards banana this time around, because yeah, they are playing it out contact, just not using any utilities as of now. There's even a fake short smoke there.
Here we go.
Which definitely should keep InputKids attracted towards A side while Teiko sets up on B. This is really interesting.
I think Teiko, they're trying to find someone misstepping here, but we're not seeing anybody on the CT side getting too aggressive ever since we saw Shin try a little earlier in the round, but they didn't get any value out of it. Unfortunately, Shin didn't get picked there because Teiko needed that to open it up, but with some lineups, ooh, what a bounce. Clean with it. That's going to cover the high ground, but high ground is Davidson, and that's going to be a trade-off. Now BK Duo trying to get one, but swings out and Scrabble kills his own teammate.
Well, team kill there, a little team kill, but now it's a 2v3 situation, whereas it could have been a, well, maybe he wouldn't have gotten that kill if he didn't kill his teammate, but there we go. Shin already coming out of coffin, missing his first shot with an off. Frazee, though, getting some work done by taking out Siren, so now it is a 1v3 for Evil Scrabble, while we're coming out from, no chance. Really good flash, and Frazee's going to be putting the final nail of the coffin, as I always say. Second round, finally, for InputKids. And even though this round was really nicely played by Teiko, maybe they were just a little late on the B-side execute that might have just... Because, InputKids, they just, as soon as the utilities were thrown, they were just... The insta-rotate came through. Even though the first guy was picked off, the second line of defense on the side was able to hold down nicely. So, InputKids, second round, here on.
Now, 9-3, definitely a doable moment here for him. Even an 8-4, if we do see InputKids start back with this. I do think that Teiko almost gets the opening, and two players are incredibly low now. I mean, InputKids definitely needs a better start to their round, better start to their day, a good cup of joe, but right now, InputKids, they have to take it slow. Unfortunately, they've been really aggro, and they're just losing a lot of HP, but their retakes have been so clean on B site that I would think Teiko actually wants to start inching towards A again. A has been almost free for them every single round.
This time around, it definitely is, because three of InputKids are just stacking on B in Arrow. He was a little aggressive one towards Arches, but now he's going to be moving backside. Frazee's going to be forced out of pit with that Molotov, and Tyrant just instantly takes him down along with Hope, just cutting down entire side control from InputKids, and that might just be another save round for these guys, because, they really do want to hold on to that op if they want that one last round in this half.
Yeah, I mean, they need it, but they have money. Just Shin, though, and he's trying to hold it back. Oof. Able to see a decent pickup here, but another save. Little aggro there from Mod, and Mod actually doesn't have the cash.
Okay, that is nasty.
Okay, we got Scream in the game. We got Scream in the game.
We do.
Ooh. I don't think BK can get out of this.
Holding on to his dear life, but I don't think he does. Yep, never. Yeah. Teiko just completely being so dominating. InputKids just confused on what to really do, but hey, that is what you... To be honest, Teiko, they are being really passive, but as soon as they are doing their side execute, they are relentless. They do not stop. They haven't seen them cancel a side execute and go back a single time. They just go all in, and InputKids, they're definitely having a lot of trouble to deal with that.
Yeah, lots of troubles here, and unfortunately, not a lot of time to adapt to them. I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, they can scuff through this round, but I don't know. It really comes down to the first pick. And just like that, Shin's just gonna get taken. And now InputKids down one has to manage to bounce back, but I don't see them doing it with Frayed dying as well. Everybody's getting executed one at a time, but there's the trade. A little bit over-aggressive.
Oh, yeah. That one jump, slight mistake in Venero. Was going to be taking him down perfectly for that. But look at where one of the guys from Teiko is. He's walking down the streets of A side, just trying to find someone out. And yes, he perfectly will. Siren and RT Mod just converted this round from a 3v4 to a 4v1.
Real solid there. Real clean to be able to clean this up. But it's okay if it's over with a solid near flawless round. I mean, the only person who died there was Evil Scrabble, who thought bunny hopping through smoke was a good idea. And now 10-2 is the half, as we're going to switch the sides. And hopefully we can see a turnaround here, as, you know, what we just witnessed was T-side Inferno. I mean, that's just how simple it is. Now, InputKids, they're on the T-side. They have the advantage now. We can see what they can actually
keep
pull
in mind
with.
The UI is bugged. So, yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is InputKids on T-side now.
Yes.
And yeah, only 3 more rounds needed for Teiko to take this with them. This round seems like they want to take it really aggressive on towards second mid. Maybe you might see an Apps waterfall. Evil Scrabble, though, is going to be firing a few bullets, but I don't think there's going to be stopping any of them. Only one guy going towards water. And there we go. The waterfall is in place. The flashes are perfect. But narrow. Nice picks coming through, though. They are holding on. It's still a 2v2. Prodigy, Siren, still alive. Not peeking anyone. The bomb is not being planted either. Now it's going to be really interesting position for the Apps guy. He could do a lot of damage there, and yes, he will. Why? Excuse me, Phrase?
Phrase is just, he's isolating his 1v1s. That's all he's doing. If he turns around, he gets shot in the back. It's a bad position to be in, but Phrase can clutch.
He's already getting shot in the back. Come on, dude. What is that round?
He's shot in the back, but there's a guy shot in the front. And at the end of the day, he didn't die.
And he's not even changing his angle. Armor. Somehow still wins the 1v2. I don't understand this, but hey, whatever this is, InputKids, definitely a good round for these guys.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it was, they managed to turn it around pretty well, I gotta say. It looked scuffed, but they figured it out. So now that we are getting into our next round, what is the strat? What's the plan? What's the play for the side of the T's? Obviously, they buy up, but no buy from input. Full-blown save. We do need to see this side switch. So actually, Teiko has not bought yet. There should be some opening here.
Yeah, but we do have some 5.7s and an Eagle, so might see a few picks here and there on InputKids. Davidson, being the only one there in Apps, might be able to find that Prodigy. Yep, is on his tail, but is not going to overcommit because, yeah, it might as well be walking into a trap.
Might as well.
3 people in Teiko.
Let's see. Taking their time. Teiko really doesn't want to lose any of these guns. So they have to play together, but they also have to play a little slow. Don't want to, die. Check every corner if possible. And, it really does come down to the aim of this one CT Prodigy. USPS, not finding its mark quite yet. And honestly, if we have one nade from Phrase, it's a dead player. Yep, guaranteed.
Prodigy couldn't do anything there. And well, InputKids, they're all... Wait, did the UI get fixed? Yeah, I did. Just noticed.
Pretty solid to turn this around. But, it's CTs, they really didn't buy much. And being Inferno, you can anticipate a save. So, a guaranteed to 10-3 here. 10-4.
I mean, the 5.7 guys are coming for the exits. Might be able to make something work, but never mind. BKB. Perfect spray control there. He's going to be landing the last shot on RT Mod's head. And yeah, for more, he's going to be finding hope as well. Oh boy. He's just doing a clean out with his Galil.
And yeah, Siren, last player left. I mean, honestly, mowing him down definitely works for helping their economy out. Siren, he's going to be able to buy. He had 4,300 at the save there. Not too shabby, plus the loss bonus. Looking pretty all right. Overall economy, not really too much difference. They've managed to fix it out. And Teiko with rifles, definitely a force to be dealing with, and only 2 of them can afford full rifles. I mean, you can count a FAMAS if it was, CS 1.7, but maybe not so much in this game.
I mean, they kind of did buff it recently. They increased the accuracy. That might be a bit more useful now, but yeah, you're right.
Here we go. Taking your time. That's all that matters. A little bit of a push.
Teiko, just playing it out really passive on both of the sides. The Apps guy is not going aggressive at all. There's one boosted up. Is that guy boosted up? Or is he just... Never mind, he's inside Apps.
No, that guy is boosted up.
Okay.
Yeah,
why is he looking towards the wall? Is he... I'm probably
it is a wall bangable position. It is a wall bangable position, so he might be able to hear something and then shoot through the window. But yeah, we're not quite seeing anything right now. Honestly, the boost spot, the main advantage you get is the fact that no one anticipates it until they do.
Pretty much. They have smoked off short. This worked perfectly for Evil Scrabble if they do walk through, but they don't really seem very keen on doing that just yet. Might be leaning towards B side. Yep, the bomb has been picked up from T-Ramps, and it is being delivered towards B side. And 3 of Teiko players, and please don't rotate. They are anticipating it, and yeah, that bullet fired. They'll definitely keep them on site. There's the peek coming through. The MP9 active is going to be fine. The first pick should be good for 2, maybe even 3, but never mind. It's going to be fine out.
180.
That was so clean, and if that was a kill, I was on the edge of my seat. But hey, that was nice. Still though.
Oh,
Well,
through the smoke, just knows the plant
that is
spot.
so
I mean,
unfortunate. I still had
clean.
hopes, to be honest.
dude,
Something,
the way
you
that
know,
that 180
Fraze
works.
has been doing a lot of work, so he could have definitely managed something there. But oh well, it's a really unfortunate turn of events, and yeah, he's just going to be sprayed down through the smoke, and it's now an 11-4. Teiko once again with the FAMASs, they're now back.
I'm not gonna lie, that 180 looked so clean. I would think that he had a button to do
That was
it.
a single tick, like
yeah,
literally,
there was what?
no delay whatsoever.
Yeah, but Teiko
Just
taking the
instantly
round.
turned.
Oh, it's just that's a crazy development. Crazy that these guys are able to do it so consistently. But as we are getting into our next fight up here, I'm looking at a 11-4 scoreline. This is very reminiscent of what we just saw on Train, but holding W now. It's time for InputKids to start getting their confidence back.
Oh.
But immediately as they get it back, it gets robbed. The lurker punished over in apps.
They weren't really aggressive in the previous round, so yeah, they were like, yeah, this might just be the round that we should be doing it. And since they had a lot of presence towards Banana, they did it, and Evo Scrabble ran away with the pick of his. And now, that is definitely going to be slowing InputKids down a lot. Leaving Banana, going to reclear mid because they did have an apps push. Yeah, they're pretty much stuck there. Mid. They don't exactly have second mid control, so they can't just walk in there blindly. They don't have Banana really, deep Banana at least. So yeah, it's just really the matter of where they go and how they clear it. They do have arches. This is Davidson all alone, and he is going to be moving back as well, and it might just end up on a B-side execute. Prodigy. Boost it up.
This is not good. I mean, with 35 seconds left, the clock is going to run them down. That's a perk of being on the T side. It's a T-sided map. You just have to execute, but we haven't seen any of these cool smoke lineups until now. Finally, we're seeing them back on the point, but the lineups, they're swinging before the smokes actually pop, and they're going to punish. No, Prodigy, high ground, getting it. That's why you do the lineup where it lands on the top, but 15 seconds. Bomb finally planted. Going behind the fish barrel. Going behind the fountain. We're looking at Scrabble. Getting aggro there. The nade. Not quite going to find it. Oh, but they're doubled up. They're buddied up. And one
of them has been
flashbang
spotted.
could get both of them.
Evo Scrabble. If he's able to go wide on new box, he might just be able to get a spray down on both. There's the flash. Hell, peeking out, but they're just trying to buy as much time as possible. Evo Scrabble, as soon as he spots the one, he sprays down and is going to be getting the second one as well to get the defuse and the 12th round for Teiko. InputKids, amazing side execute. I think the reason they just swung right before the smoke even popped is because they were just able to get those off-guard kills. Exactly because they did that. So yeah, nice execute, but not really able to hold it down. And Teiko is just, they're just super close to finishing this off and being the winner of the series.
Yeah. And honestly, Teiko taking our best of 3 pretty handedly is a great sign for more competition to come. We're pretty, a little bit early into our broadcast of the seed, but there have been a lot of teams that have actively been competing to get to this point. It's a 4-day event, 2 days streamed, semis and final. But it's time to see some shots, and oof! Prodigy missing that, has to back up. A little bit of an opposite play style than what we saw from Shin, getting aggro and almost caught out. Great angles here, but Holler, it's now time for a B execute. We do see the lurks trying to find some space, but a 3v2 favors the InputKids.
The boost is going to be there. Might be able to find something on site. Artimod, he is signaling that just to see if anyone is crossing that smoke. There is smoke bound to come in, but it seems like they'll just... Yep, they are definitely going to be executing it before that. That Molotov is really good, and Siren, it's all down to him. They are going to be clearing him out first. There's the spray down. Is going to be finding one, but instantly traded. Artimod should not be fighting that with just an MP9, even though he's just against the Eagles. Field Scrabble finding one through the smoke somehow. And Artimod, that is just his cue to just keep on pushing. Both of them doubling up. Not a lot of people to fight on site.
Taking their shots. And there it is. Evil Scrabble baits out Venero, but now it's just the timing. 3 here alive, and that's a swing. Phrase keeps a double down. Might be able to get 3, and has to just get the swing. And no, it's going to be up to Hope. And does he have the No, it's Shin. Shot your face off, and that's going to keep us in the game here. Beautifully played and keeping this game alive. Hopefully, you can see what else this team is going to be able to pull through with. But overall, this has been a scary development for our Input Kids to have to get another 7 in a row if they want to make it to overtime.
Oh yeah, pretty much the same situation once again. And the last time this happened, Teiko just instantly won. So, but this time around, that might just not happen because, hey, not really a good buy. We do have 3 M4s though, and an MP9, but no gun on Tyrant. He's just going to be going with a P250. Might be able to do some work with it, might not. But look at this. This time around, they're actually going to be taking banana control with the smoke. And yeah, the flash there peeking out. They do have banana now. And look at that. One guy posted up inside banana, and the other one is just going to leave. Yeah, playing a little passive. That is nice. But now they're focusing all of their eyes on A side. And that is exactly what InputKids is doing as well. Making their way towards A side. Arch is smoked off. One guy just walks out of smoke. Prodigy perfectly punishes him for it. Hope is going to be there for the first line of defense on short. Is finding 2. Oh boy, I think, yeah, this is pretty much done and dusted for these guys if they don't mess it up badly. Yeah, crazy. Only good for 1. Hope clearing him out. It's all down to Shin. Just an op in hand. I doubt there's much he can do, and he's going to be just jumped by our team with an MP9, and Teiko is going to be clearing Inferno out as well as the series with just a complete domination. It's just insane scores on both of the map, 13-5 on both. I think it's just, to be honest, they weren't really trying anything. I wouldn't say that, but yeah, just really nice performance overall on both of the games, and yeah. That was the first BO3 of today's